Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Minecraft Hardcore. In today's episode, I start building a brand new jungle treetop village. I also ramp up production with a brand new automatic bamboo farm. And finally, I build a skeleton XP farm. So it's going to be another build-packed episode, and the best thing we can do right now is to jump straight in and get started. Oh yeah, I almost died. Twice. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Now I've been toying with the idea of building a jungle treetop village for quite some time now, and I think the time has finally come to get started. The only problem is that I have not been treating this jungle very well in an ecological sense. I have been harvesting trees and I haven't been doing a very good job of replanting them. So there's quite a few missing trees. We've also had some lava, which has caused a bit of devastation to some of the trees around here. But that is something I'm trying to rectify right now. I'm going around and just planting some jungle saplings everywhere I go. For instance, I'm going to plant a big one over here. And hopefully that will grow strong and tall, and we can build our jungle village on top of that. Now while we're waiting for those to grow, let me give you a quick tour of what I have in mind. Over here we have this grand staircase coming up to this little landing over here. And from here it goes pretty much nowhere in either direction. It doesn't go to the castle really, and it doesn't do much else. However, I was thinking perhaps if we extend this bridge connected to the mountain on the side here, then we would be able to connect the two villages together and sort of create a path carved through the mountain from the one to the other. So we could take a path up here and eventually it will land up over here somewhere, and from here it will lead into the jungle village. Now I am still waiting for a few trees to grow before I can get started on this, so let's do some chores in the meantime. And the first thing we need to do is go back to the end, because I at the moment have a grand total of 5 shulker boxes. And as you know, I have just finished building a magnificent warehouse, and I'm busy transporting most of my goods into the warehouse, but with 5 shulker boxes at my disposal, it is going very, very slowly. So I need to grab some more shulker shells, make myself some more shulker boxes, and in order to do that, I need to go do some end bashing. Now I really despise the end. It is dangerous and I can see myself dying here very easily. But it's something we have to do. I'm not going to be able to get much done with just my 5 shulker boxes. So let's head into the portal and let's go raid another end city. Now this portal actually takes me close to 2 end cities. I went to the furthest one originally because it had the ship. So I think today I'm going to be raiding the closer one, and okay, this one actually has a ship as well. I did not see that first time around. I was distracted by the one over there in the distance, but that means I can immediately grab myself another elytra, which is absolutely brilliant. I might need that in the future because I seem to be breaking mine quite often. Let's just get rid of Mr. Shulker over here. Where is he gone? Let's grab the elytra, and he's right over here, so as soon as he pops out, we'll take care of him, and that's our first shulker shell. Now while we're floating around, let's quickly grab whatever is in these chests. We've got some gold, some iron, and ooh, this is actually not bad. A few diamonds, quite a nice chest plate, and some more iron. And now that we've got the goodies from the ship, we can start getting ourselves some shulker boxes. And I'm going to start at the tallest tower here and just work my way down. My plan is to get about 20 shulker shells, which will give me 10 shulker boxes, and I think that should be enough for me to get by. And yeah, it seems we're going for a little bit of a trip first, but no worries. I have Feather Falling 4 on my boots, I have my elytra, so this shouldn't hurt me in the slightest. So let's now make our way down and let's go get ourselves some shulkers. Oh, and it seems we found one already. Now, I really do think that they are the most annoying mobs in the game. If you have a mob that you think is more annoying, let me know. And it's been going quite well so far. At the moment, I think I have got about 16 shulker shells, and that gives me 8 boxes so far. So I just need 4 more shells, and then we'll have enough to make our target of 10 shulker boxes. So first things first, let's get rid of all the rubbish I've gathered, and then let's make our way down this tower, because I think there are a few more right at the bottom. And yeah, I can hear them already, and there is our first one. So let's just block that, and let's take care of him. And we are going up again. As I said, most annoying mob in the game. Alright, we've got 17 shulker shells so far. We need 3 more, and as soon as I stop floating, I can collect that one over there, which will give us 18. And then I think there's about 2 or 3 more shulkers just around this corner. Let's quickly take care of this one. And no shell. How rude. But there's 2 more over here, and I might be in trouble. I might be in trouble. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's get... there's another one over there. Oh, no. No, no. Okay, that's it. That's it. I'm dead. And I must have just made it out of range because they did not fire me with that one last fatal bullet. But I've got 18 shells, and I am getting the heck out. So fortunately, we made it back home alive, and we have amassed quite a bit of loot from our trip to the end. We've got a bunch of diamonds, we've got some really awesome gear, but the sad part is that I probably will never use any of this because this is a hardcore world, and any of the gear that I have on me when I die will be lost anyway because the entire world will be lost. Now, if this was a normal survival world, then maybe some of this gear might be handy, but right now, it is actually all totally useless to me. So now that I'm done flirting with death, it is time to get building once again, and some of our trees have grown, which means we can start work on our jungle village. And the first bridge is going to be between the mountain over there and this very tree over here. Now what I want to do is I want to build some platforms on top of the trees, and there's going to be all sorts of different sized platforms. So we're going to have some smaller ones, some larger ones, and then we're going to have sort of a rope type bridge spanning between all of the platforms. Now, I think right over here, we're going to have our first bridge. It's going to set the tone, so I need to make sure that I get this right. First things first, I need to go over to this tree over here and build the first platform, and that will give me a base from which to start building the bridge. Now, I'm going to take off the top layer of leaves over here just to get it closer to the trunk. I suppose I could have just built the trunk up a little bit as well, but it doesn't matter all that much. And I'm going to be using some jungle wood to build the bridges and the platforms because it is the most abundant wood that they would have had available in the jungle, and therefore I think they would have built most of the structure out of that. And our first bridge is looking absolutely horrible. I'm trying to get a nice sag to it, but at the moment that is just looking sad rather than sag. But no matter, I can fix it. So let's get this part out here, and then I'm going to just start, maybe take it down a bit quicker, and then have a longer bit sagging in the middle. So let's get some of this wood out of the way here. Maybe another 1 instead of 2 over there. Yeah, I think we need to take it down a little bit more steeply right here. So let's get busy and let's get this first section done. And the first bridge is done, and I am finally happy with the sag. Just look at that. It feels brilliant to run across, and if we take a trip out, you will also notice that it looks rather nice from the side. It's got a nice sag to it, and overall I am very, very happy with how it turned out. Now you can see the second tree has grown back there, and I think that one is going to have a bit of a bigger platform on it. So we've got a lot of platforms, a lot of bridges to build, and I think it's time that we get started on that. Now, if I were to show you every single block I place, this video would take hours and hours to watch, so I think we're going to cut that down quite a bit and jump straight into a beautiful time lapse. Here we go! Let's build ourselves a village. And our village has been built, and it's not quite as sprawling as I imagined it would be, but it is a very good start. The beauty is, of course, we can just keep adding to it and grow it until it becomes absolutely gargantuan. But I think this is a great start. Now, in order to continue our village, I will need to do something about my wood production, because as you can imagine, people building a village in a treetop will probably be using a lot of wood, and it being in a jungle, I assume they would be using quite a bit of bamboo as well. Now, the problem right now is that I have one little bamboo patch that I built right at the start of the series, and I haven't really done much with it since. So I think it is time that I remedy that, and to do that I am going to build myself an automatic bamboo farm. And the first thing I need to do over here is clear out some space and then get rid of some of this grass as well, because grass can become really annoying when you're trying to build something. And I think this area here will become our farming area. Now I'm going to use some water to get rid of the grass because that seems to be the most effective. And we're just going to place a few buckets, get rid of most of the grass around here, and once that is done, we'll start building our bamboo farm. And I'm proud to say this is another one of my very own designs, which means it's probably going to be quite ineffective. But I don't care, it is mine and I love it. So let's get going. And first thing I'll do is just lay out the basic floor plan, and from there I'll build it up and get everything I need in place. So once again, I think it might be time for us to speed up things with a little time lapse. And that didn't take long at all. We have a functioning bamboo farm with collection systems, harvesting systems, and I think we just need one more thing to finish this off. And that, of course, is some glowstone, as we need to get the right light levels on the bamboo in order for it to grow effectively. Now, of course, we had to come to the nether for that, and I am not very happy about it. So I'm going to gather as much glowstone as I can right now, and hopefully that'll mean that we don't need to come back here anytime soon. So I'm just going to grab all of this, and that should be enough to last me a while. And with our glowstone collected, we can finally get out of here, and just in time, because here comes a very angry piglin. And angry piglin has followed me through, but that's alright. We'll just take care of... Dude, whoa, dude, why are you so freaking strong? What the heck? Seriously? Why is he so strong? That almost killed me again. No matter, I'll get him with my... That's a zombie. Where did he go? Hang on a second. Do piglins turn into zombies when they come into the overworld? It seems like it because he's got the same boots, the same sword. Okay, well, that is new knowledge for me. But no matter, he's a zombie now, so he won't be hunting me down anymore. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, we can get back to building. And this is what we got the glowstone for. We need to raise the light levels in here. I'll have to check it at the bottom to see if it is actually correct. But all in all, our bamboo farm is now complete. And I've been running around down here lighting up the caverns beneath our bamboo farm when I came across this. Now, my first thought was it must be something that I built, because this is quite close to the canal. But then I heard the absolute clatter of bones, and that can mean only one thing. We have a skeleton spawner, and that is absolutely brilliant. I've been looking for one of these for a while, because this is going to solve all of my bone meal problems. So first things first, let's get busy. Let's dig out a spawning chamber for these guys. We'll need to go 4 in each direction, 2 above and 4 below. So that's a lot of digging we have to do, but there's absolutely no doubt that it's going to be worth it. And we've dug out the spawning chamber, so the next thing we need to do is construct the drop. But before we get there, I have been looking at this cavern, and I think this could be absolutely beautiful if we sort of create a natural area over here. Maybe put a wall in over here And then on the spawner side, we'll have the business end. We'll have some crafting tables, some anvils, etc., and some storage. And on the other side, we'll have a beautiful natural cavern with some glowberries hanging from the ceiling, perhaps a tree or something like that. We can add some moss. And I'm really getting excited about the spawner because not only is it going to be functional, it's going to be beautiful. And there we go. Just look at that. This is the natural cavern area. We've got our tree in there. We've got plenty of glowberries. And here is the drop that brings the skeletons down from the surface and drops them into the chute where we can harvest them. And of course, on the other side, we have the business end. We've got an anvil, we've got some smelters, and we've got plenty of storage over here as well. And we've got the spawner in there. And I noticed something very interesting. If we take a look down there at the floor, you will notice that there seems to be some water missing over there. However, if we hop onto the chest over here, the water disappears altogether, and if we move this way, then the water is visible on the left-hand side, but not on the right, and that is because this line here is actually a chunk border, and it creates a very interesting visual glitch. Over here, we have a little hidey hole where I can come and AFK, because I've built the farm to not only be an XP farm, but an AFK item farm as well. So, if we go over to the chute, I will show you exactly what happens. If we look in here, we've got a lever, and oh, we've got some skeletons down there. But this lever will switch between an XP farm and an AFK item farm. And sometimes, yes, some skeletons do survive because they've got some armor on or something, and the drop isn't quite far enough. However, this also gives us the opportunity to have some fun, because with a simple flick of this lever over here, I can simply squash them. And there we go. Just look at that. All squashed up. And now, of course, the farm is set to XP farm mode. And we can stand here, simply whack them. They're all one-hit kill. And if we open that up, most skeletons will drop down far enough to die upon impact. And then we have a simple item farm. Now, what happens to the items that these skeletons drop? I'm very, very glad you asked, because down here, if we go into this little chamber, I have set up a fully automated sorting and storage system. Over here we have some bones, and as you can see, it's already being very effective. We've got the arrows separated, and these chests will hold all of the other additional junk. So with that, we have got quite a lovely little farm going over here. And I really do think it looks fantastic. We've got the natural cavern on that side. We've got the business end on this side with all of the barrels, the storage, the anvil, and the furnaces. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have unfortunately ran out of time for today. I really do hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like if you did, and if you want to see some more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But this is Fungusaurus Rex saying, until next time, beautiful people, stay awesome. Bye-bye.